Hello everybody, welcome back to another video here on the Tech Survival Let's Play. We are here in episode 8, I think, and I have to talk to you about some things before we start this episode. So, first of all, I've got a load of ender pearls. This might not seem as much, but 5 is a pretty good amount to start with, because we need 10 to get to the end. So else we got the cow farm. I actually fixed up the cow farm, so it is all done. I actually added another circuit that is actually pretty smart, I think. So if you just go back here. Oh yeah, and I moved the cable so we can build a micro farm right here. And so we can just cover that up when we want to do that. But this is the circuit I made right here. As you can see, the redstone goes off right here and goes to this piston. And here we have an Etho hopper clock, which I will leave a link in the description, because this is a really smart clock designed by, firstly it was designed by Etho, and it has been used for so many things in the redstone community. But so here we have about, I think, half a stack of items that goes back and forth in these hoppers. And then we have a monostable circuit going off until this piston and powering it and depowering it, or depowering it and then powering it really quickly, which just flashes lava on and off really quickly. So therefore the items will not get burned in the chest, so everything will go down. And oh yeah, I added ink sacs because squids actually still fall in this little area, which is pretty funny. But anyway, some other things, as you might be hearing me a bit louder than you're used to, and that's because I've got now a pop filter. So like the big pops, like p, p, is now gone, so I do not have to edit the audio as much now, because the pop filter will delete all of those sounds, which is pretty good. And you might be thinking like, okay, now you're probably going to tell me that you're going to do the mining challenge, but no, I'm actually not going to do that. I have just now a whole lot of diamonds, and actually I do have all of this, as you saw in the last episode. So I don't think we need any more diamonds soon. And I don't have a lot of time to record this episode as well, so I want to keep down on the time that I record and use the time very well, so I can make the most out of it. So for this episode, I'm actually a bit unsure, but I think we're going to be starting with making a big circle in the ground filled with chests, so we can make a pseudo storage room. But I think I'm going to be having a much bigger storage room in the future, but just for now I think it's going to be a bit smaller. So actually we could actually put it right back here or something, so it's not in the middle of all the things, because there I'm going to be building probably the main base, so we can have it a bit farther out, like here. And also another note, I am sick, so you might be hearing a bit deeper voice and stuff. I cannot do so much about that, but yeah, so I'm sick, and I didn't want to wait until the next week, because I have already skipped a bunch of weeks, and I'm sorry about that too. It was pretty weird this couple of weeks, because last week, or the week before that even, my sister came to Thailand, and I wanted to spend as much time with her as I could. So I didn't have so much time to record then, and she's still here, so I didn't have so much time the next week either. But now I have moved, so now I have a lot more time to record, and I can successfully record this episode at least. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to be trying some designs for this, and I'll see you in the next cut. Alright, so this is what I come up with. So This is supposed to be the actual circle in the ground, and this is supposed to be a glass roof covering it. And as you can see, 4 holes, or a 2x2 hole right here, for the slime block elevator. So you can see like this. You can just barely come up with the slime block elevator up to the glass. So I have actually tested this with mobs, and they will not fall down here. They will just stay up here and ignore you, basically. But these are the chest formation I'm going to be working with. So as you can see right here, the hinges are on the right side, so they do not show up right here. And when it switches to this half, it's on the left side, so you cannot see the hinges here. And in the corner here, it will, instead of being this way, it will be this way. So it goes in that way instead of that way, if that makes sense. And here, right here, you can see a little bedroom, because if you're working it down here in maybe the night, and you accidentally work too long, and yeah, it's good to have a resting space to rest when it's night. So actually, here actually would be a perfect place to put a crafting table as well, right here in the middle, so it's accessible right there. But anyway, I will find a location to build this on, and start by removing these blocks. So sit tight. Alright, so I've marked out the circle right here, so it's the same size. And by the way, if you want to create a circle in Minecraft, I will leave a link in the description to let you do that, and you can change the radius and tweak with different settings and stuff. But this is a radius 20 circle if you're interested. But this is the house, so it's just up here, which is pretty good. So I'm going to fire up the replay mod. Once again, it was a really long time ago since we last used the replay mod, but I'm going to fire up the replay mod, and we'll see, or enjoy the time lapse basically. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that very long time lapse actually. I'm currently rendering the time lapse right now, so we'll see how that becomes. And if you hear a little ding in the background, that means the time lapse is done rendering. But yes, so I made this, as you saw in the time lapse, with the birch floor. And now we need to put in the actual chests for the actual design. So I think we're going to be having the bedroom right here, because it's in the front, if you may, of the house, if you understand. And then all around here is gonna be chests. Probably maybe this or something might be like furnaces and some kind of work area to make this kind of a home out of home thing, if you understand me. And this lava pool here, right here, we also need to get rid of, because I was thinking in the future that we could add up a couple of paths going from the cow farm to the house, over to the farming area, and going around like this and up onto the toad circle up here in the mini storage area, which I'm going to be calling this from now on. And yeah, so I'm going to be getting some resources. I probably need a lot of wood, since it's a lot of chests. So I'm going to be grabbing those as much as I can, and as much as I think I need. I haven't actually calculated how much I need. But yeah, so I'll be back in a bit. Alright, so I've got the starting materials at least. Not a whole lot, but a few materials, and I've got saplings for the both wood types that I need, and as well as 16 spruce logs for the bedroom. So actually, let's start with constructing the bedroom. So bear with me for a second here, because I have the screenshot of this on my other screen, so I will look at it a few times when I'm doing this. And it's becoming night. That's terrific. Let's sleep then. And let's keep going. Okay, so here is supposed to be some spruce logs for this, and the same on the other side. And I'm just noticing that I went into tutorial mode, but I'm going to ignore that and just keep going. And here we need some out pointing logs, and let's pillar up and put one log right there. Grab those dirt blocks, and well, let's craft another shovel also, just like that. And let's remove that pillar. And okay, so the next part, we need to remove this, and we also need another log on the same place right there as on the other side. And let's pillar up and put that in as well. There we go. And now we want to have some stairs of dark oak. So let's grab a few planks, dark oak planks, make some stairs, and just like that, make a little thing. And I guess, well, it's like a archway to make it look a bit nicer. And let's put in the other one, and now just connect this up with log or planks. Excellent. And now we need to put some stairs right here, and also we need to remove these blocks, if I'm correct. Yes, I am. Good. And then I think it's supposed to be 4 planks on either side, yeah, and stairs up and down. So let's craft some more stairs. We will need some more later, so I can craft a bunch just like that. And no, that's too long in. And let's just put the pillars in right there. Actually, wait, no, okay, that's okay. That was the recording. I apologize of that, but basically the time lapse have stopped rendering, so it's now rendered completely and it's done. We actually need a few more birch planks to put in the floor right there. I thought it was way too in, or 1 block in, too far, but it was not. It was just missing a few birch slabs. My English is really bad today. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. But let's just keep going. And we don't seem to have any birch, so let's grow some. Yeah, I think this is pretty self-explanatory, so I will cut and see you when I got the bedroom done, and we'll go on from there. Alright, so the bedroom is done, and I thought we would actually do something or actually try to build the other like working area on camera, because I think that will be pretty interesting. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be talking a bit about the channel and some ideas I have for series and stuff. So I got a number of ideas for different series that I can be starting. One idea is redstone videos, which I definitely think that I'm going to be starting with, because I really like redstone, and I think it would be able to come up with pretty interesting stuff. And seems to be a cave nearby, but let's ignore that. Yeah, and other ideas are, for example, Redstone Cube, which is another series I have thought of, which is a redstone tutorial, but the challenge is that the actual redstone contraption has to fit in a 3x3x3 area, which I think is pretty awesome too, because you can I can try to redesign different normal redstone contraptions on to another better or smaller ultimately. And I got some redstone cube, like a redstone clock, which is really fast and is able to be turned off on and off. And I know you can use a comparator clock, but I mean that one uses repeaters, so you can change the signal or change the time or how long the pulse is going to be. So I think that will be pretty interesting. And yeah, it was some other series as well that I can't remember on the top of my head. I really don't remember. It might be... Oh yeah. Okay. It's called, and the last series I have an idea for is called Command Me Minecraft. It is a series where I teach you how to use command blocks and commands in Minecraft. So if you don't know how to use commands, or just want to learn like command blocks or something, you can do that in the next series. And be sure to leave me any feedback or suggestions of other series and what you think about the series, that ideas that I actually have. But anyway, I'm going to be continuing doing this and trying out some different designs, and I'll come back to you once I've got a good design for the working area. Alright, so I've got the little working area right here, and it looks okay. It's nothing special, but I think it looks pretty good. So here we have a furnace wall with 16 furnaces, 2 crafting tables in the ground, and here's supposed to be anvils for renaming and stuff. And here is supposed to be an enchanting table right here. So enchanting table goes there, and all the bookshelves right here. So what we have remaining right now is putting in all the chests, of course. But we are going to do that in the next episode. I know, it's I say this like every episode, that I'm going to be finishing a project the next episode, but I didn't have a whole lot of time to make this episode, so that's just the way how it's gonna be. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, actually, and before I sign off, I'm just going to tell you that meanwhile, between episodes, I'm going to probably maybe try and put in the chests, or I will save that for the next episode, and we'll see. But I will, however, kill endermans and prepare for the end, and it might actually be pretty interesting. If I can kill the ender dragon in the next episode. So stay tuned for that. And anyway, my name is Technology, and I'm out.